doing? YouTube, EJ Boxing Live here with D Styles covering season 6, episode 5. Boy, listen, and what episode is called The Door? And we're gonna go into it, boy. So without further ado, D Styles, right? This episode starts with what's his name again? What's that guy's name again? The bloody Little Fingers meeting Professor with thing in the corner, and he's thinking, what was you thinking when he met D Styles, when she met him at that time? What was you gonna think was gonna happen at that time?
I was mixed, man. I thought either that was going to happen, or because he's Littlefinger's so good, man.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, I don't think he knew. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I do believe him when he says he didn't know Ramsey was going to be doing all that shit. You know?
You believe him?
Yeah, because even before he left Sansa there, he actually talked to Ramsey one-on-one and told him to treat her well and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Littlefinger never got to know Ramsey. I mean, Ramsey was like a loner in the north. You know, it's just he was never a player in the game or anything until his father gave him power.
Mm.
So Littlefinger, yeah, he knew about everybody, but he can't know about everything. You know, so.
But then you take on, but he knew that the Boltons killed her father, helped them killing her father. He knew that.
Yeah, he knew about that, but I think he looked at that as some political move that the Boltons had made. But he didn't know they were that he had a sick son named Ramsey.
Killing her father. 1 second. Let me just. Yeah, go on. Just sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he could have predicted that. Ramsey was a sick lunatic. I think he did a calculated move. I think he was planning to. He knew there was going to be an uprising in the north. All that would have happened regardless whether Ramsey was a lunatic or not. He was expecting, eventually there being an uprising in the north, which was inevitable at some point. If you know how loyal people are in the north to the Starks. So I think he was just playing his cards, and that was a card he missed,
I just felt he knew what was going on because he knows what's going on. He's trying to play. Because the thing is, when he put her into the Boltons, right, to marry to Thing, he was solidified himself because all Littlefinger cares is getting a grasp in the power, making sure he's all right. So when he put her with Sansa, even though he told her that, he didn't care about it. He left her to whoever. So, but the fact that she got out of that situation and got power, obviously he's going to make it seem like he came to rescue her. But the thing is, when she first met Brienne, he was trying to get rid of Brienne. He knew that Brienne would have stopped that situation of her going to the Boltons because he would have looked after her. Why didn't, at that point, this is what she's coming with, because when she was trying to offer her loyalty, because remember, Sansa's mom told her to go look after her daughters, and that was Brienne's job. So she came there and said, I've been sent by your mom to look after you, And he's trying to make out she couldn't look after anything. But the same way, he sent her to the Boltons and left her by herself, right? It's only because, obviously, Brienne came in that situation who saved her. It wasn't Littlefinger's. As far as she's concerned, she's not got, as far as she's concerned, she realized that Brienne was always out for her. Brienne would never put her in a situation like that, like what he did. I mean, the guy, even though it's a political move, the guy, he knew that she killed, he was the Boltons were part of killing the Thing. He knew. And the reason why he put her in their hands is to make sure if the Boltons had power, he was going to be with them. It's all about trying to put himself in a position to get stronger. Now, when she denied him, saying to Littlefinger that I don't trust you or nothing to do with you, right? Now, he would have helped her bring the army, because the army from the, what do they call it? The Vale. He would have helped her in that situation, but also try and keep in a powerful situation. But she can't trust him. He's too sneaky. Even though he would have helped her, she knows he could have turned against her, like he turned against her mom, like he turned against her father. I mean, this guy is serious. And she's why at least I mean, I thought to myself, you could need the army because they could destroy it. But and another thing, I was like, nah, you don't need it. But he gave her little tips of her uncle. he's starting a rebellion. But he's still trying to plant seeds that he's reliable.
Well, here's the thing with Littlefinger, though. He's a slimy dude. There's no doubt. There's no way around it, right? But he did, however, I don't think he never really turned on Catelyn Stark, though. He had nothing to do with the Red Wedding, personally. But
No.
Ned Stark, yes, right?
Yeah.
He did betray Ned Stark. However, politically speaking, Ned Stark put him in a losing situation if he was loyal to. He would have been killed alongside Ned Stark if he would have stayed loyal to Ned. So he made a move to, betray Ned Stark because he told Ned Stark, the move is now. Like it's time to kill Joffrey, or not kill him, but capture the kid and while the king's still alive. And Ned didn't do it, But I mean, he's a slimy dude. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Okay, we debated on that long enough. We have to see what happens next season. So let's talk about Ariane, and the training with the thing of no face. So she come out there, and he told her she needs to poison some woman in the theater. I think the younger woman wanted to get rid of the old woman because she was a better actor, and she's in doubt. She's still questioning stuff. And he's like, "Why? If you're a servant, you should be questioning." And he's like, wondering, what I mean? What you're supposed to do? You better not disobey, because if you disobey, there'll be no second chances. What was your take of that situation with the thing of many faces?
Yeah, I actually liked that scene where they were fighting with the stick or whatever. And then they started throwing down like fisticuffs and stuff. That was kind of cool. And then that girl's got moves, man. She could fight for a world title or something. But anyway, she got bloodied up, and then I'm trying to figure out. I try to study the. I think the body language kind of shows you more sometimes than what they say. So he was that guy. What's his name?
Which one? Jaka?
Yeah. I mean, he was staring down, like he was pissed off at that girl for taking it too far or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at the same time he tells Ira like, well, she has a point, So I don't know if it's his mind games or playing with her or something, but I did like I really enjoyed
the theater.
The theater was great. I mean, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Even I laughed. I mean, that shit. I mean, the way they were making Joffrey seem like the victim. That's probably because that's probably the way understands the story and their perspective. But it was just funny, man. I mean, it was just it's just hilarious. Totally not the way the characters are, but I mean, it was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah. I found it really funny. Ira obviously is having difficulty killing somebody if she feels they don't deserve to die.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this thing's gonna work out for her, really.
Yeah, I think so as well, because she's asking too much questions. But we'll see if she goes through.
It's almost like they picked a good person on purpose so she can prove herself.
I know. I think they also with the theater, because I don't know if they know. I think they do know that she's watching a situation where her dad's getting her head cut off.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
They're trying to test her loyalty right there. The whole situation and her dad getting her head cut. They got her dad as a stupid guy. And whether she'd go in there and kill the woman, because the woman's basically the queen, isn't it?
I mean, look how they humiliated her family.
Yeah.
Ned Stark was a dumbass.
Yeah.
Who not only was he dumb, but he was trying to steal the Iron Throne, and take advantage of a young poor prince and of his dying friend. And then Sansa, but. Tyrion just shows up and supposedly just steals her, which is not the way the story went, right? But that's, I guess, how they understand it. Just showed up, I'm the hand of king. I'm going to take Sansa as my queen, and then just his wife, that is, and then he just like exposes her breasts to everybody.
Yeah.
But that girl, she had a good pair of tits too.
I was thinking of that as well, man. So she had a real good pair of tits, man. I was thinking the same thing.
Now those are nipples I don't mind watching. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, boy, I think the situation was pretty good. And you see that guy Joffrey, they're only actors and stuff like that. But Sansa, Sansa's probably feel connected. But you're right. They probably want to try and test her loyalty to see if she's going to do it. Whether she goes ahead and does it is another thing because obviously she ain't got no grievances against them. But if she failed this test, I like the look of it, man. If she thought she was blind,
Yeah.
they got something for her. Maybe she might do it. She's not cut out to be an assassin. She just wanted to learn skills so she could go back and revenge. That's all she really wanted to do. Whether she goes through it, we're gonna have to find out a bit later on. But it's interesting plot that little whole thing as well. So yeah, like she comes back, she talks to them, whatever, Japan, and he questions them. So I mean, keep moving. This, I tell you what, this one was disturbing. Like I've watched it a couple of times, but it's just one-on-ones that it's really upsetting to me, boy. It's just upsetting because it shows how smart these people are. Like George R. Martin is to write this book, man. I tell you, man, this guy he's better than any film I've ever seen, better than any drama TV series. So anyway, so we get to the bit where Bran's having a vision, and he's in the vision. You see the kids in the front.
Wait, before we get to the vision,
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought about. I just thought about this because we're talking about Ira.
Mm.
You know how she killed that pedophile motherfucker? What's his name? Whatever his name is.
The one from the Lannisters, yeah.
Like this is a Kingsguard. He got murdered in Bravos. Like it was never addressed. Like what's his name showed up. He went back to King's Landing. They never talked about it.
Ah, good point. Good point. But the thing is, yeah,
I think they missed it.
Cersei, because there's so much trouble with Cersei and all the things, the King's God. Because remember, he got lost in the brothel. If anything, he probably died in the brothel. I don't. You're right. No one. I know it's true. It's true. When they went back, no one's even. You're right. Absolutely. That's a good point. No one even talked about it. I don't know. But I don't know Cersei was locked up in them times, so she wouldn't care about it.
Even if they don't care about him, don't you think they would have been like, "Holy shit! Is there an assassin that's trying to come after us?" You know?
Nah. Because the thing is, he was sent to protect that guy. And that guy's such a dick anyway. That these because of things that Jamie's gone, this guy's gone. They wouldn't think about it. There's so much bad things happening down there with the Cersei.
What did you suspect? Like, how did he disappear? Did you get rid of him? Like, I don't know.
They could bring it up later, but I can guarantee. I don't think at that time.
I think they missed it, man. I think the writers missed it, to be honest.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. All right. So Bran has the flashback with the crow of the guy in the forest, whatever, and they're walking, and you see the bloody children in the forest, and this bit is disturbing. So the children in the forest. The reason why they created the White Walkers is to protect them from the humans who are burning down the trees. And you see them stick. Was that Valerian steel she put in the guy's body?
No, it wasn't Valerian steel, but it was like it looked like dragon glass.
Dragon glass. Okay. Yeah, it looked like okay. She put dragon glass in the body, and they created the White Walkers. See, this is the thing to me. If they create the White Walkers, they should know how to kill them, right? They should be able to. If you create a monster, you should be able to know how to kill them.
Right.
So anyway, Bran has the vision. And she realized they have a debate. Why do you create them? She tells them there because to get rid of the humans. What's your take on that situation anyway?
Very interesting, man.
It was a shock, right? Were you shocked as well? Like he's like, oh, what the fuck? What's going on here? Like I was like,
well, I think first of all, I think they could have done a better job when she was sticking that shit in the dude's body. I mean, it looked like she was putting it on a rubber Ken doll or some shit, It's just like, wouldn't the body be trembling? And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but, but point taken. I mean, that's, I guess, the beginning of the White Walkers. We know who created them now, the Children of the Forest. And then from there, the White Walkers created themselves at that point. It's a good point. I mean, if they created them, why wouldn't they be able to, they have to know how to destroy them, and now they're all gone. Maybe it just got out of hand, I think. Maybe they created so many that outnumbered even them or something.
Yeah,
backfired.
I think they created them to get rid of the humans, but at the same time, you create something, you should know how to destroy it. And that's the thing that was bothering me. You should know how to destroy it, but we kind of leave that bit to nearly. I mean, we could cover more of it, but we kind of move on. But that's, in my opinion, it's like you create something, a monster to kill the humans, and it's doing it well because obviously then at some point Okay, they did stop killing the trees at that point, so they did
Right.
work. But at some point, if you create something, you should know how to kill it. You can't just make something and just let it roam around like that. Eventually, it's going to come back to bite you, which it did later on. But what,
It obviously did. Yeah.
so you
You know,
can't,
and then Brad wakes up and he's like, "It was you," and you know, it was interesting. It answered the question where the White Walkers came from. You know.
yeah, about Bran as well. I remember when Bran first came to that place, yeah, and they said to him, yeah, like, how you gonna fix my legs? He goes, when where you're going, you won't need legs. In my mind, it's like they're trying to make out. Like, they put the thing like in my mind, like, oh, he's gonna be able to fly and stuff like that. But he can only fly in his mind, and he basically just stays there, and the body's there, and he can obviously he can transport himself into different situations. But that's not giving back his legs, man. Because shit, like they fuck up anyway. And I don't want to talk about it. That was just my little take of that. All right, so we go to the Iron Islands, and Theon and his sister, they're trying. Theon nominates his sister to rule the Iron Islands. The uncle comes out and blatantly, boldly admits, "Yeah, I killed your dad, no problem. He was whack. He was killing us up anyway." And most of the guys there, they agree with that. Anyway, they come to an agreement that they're gonna make him king because no woman will ever rule the Iron Islands, and that it will be that. So obviously, Wisely, her and her sister, they cut out. And the thing is, when I was watching it, I don't understand why they were cutting out, but she did. I don't know. When I watch it again, I go, the reason why they left because she said if she was made queen, she'd kill him straight away. So now obviously, if he became king, he's thinking, yeah, where's my nephew and niece?
Right.
He was going straight for them straight away. That was his first priority, is to wipe out his brother's children. Which to me in this thing, loyalty with family in this thing doesn't mean shit. So they jump, obviously, Theo and his sister, they took the best boats. And I don't know where they're heading to. We have to find out. What's your take on the Iron Islands and the uncle being.
I mean, it was a little rushed, but I understand why. I mean, it's like it worked, you know. But um,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
she claimed the salt throne, and then of course that one guy was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like the the son and heir of Greyjoy's still here, so and obviously Theon said no, she's the queen or what have you. Um, Sir, because when the uncle showed up, I mean, he was making jokes about him having no penis and no pride, and
yeah,
um, just basically brought up, and you know what? It's the truth. I mean, they just fucked up. It was mainly their dad's fault, but they just went and conquered the North just to get humiliated and sent back home, and
yeah.
um, it was just a pointless invasion of Winterfell. You know, Theon. I mean, he's still paying for that mistake. You know, and I mean, it's I could imagine, especially like in those times, right? I mean, just someone mocking you for having no penis. You know, they chopped it off, and you know, it's he just looks so humiliated. I found interesting though how he brought up the uncle.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I know about the queen over there. I'm going to seduce her with the Iron Fleet." You know, and it's just
Oh,
so I think I know where they're going. I think I know where Theon and the sister are going. That's the only place they got
to go and
to go.
put their allegiance to the queen. They're going to try and get their bidding for the queen first.
Yes,
Very smart.
and
Yeah,
that makes if you think about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Plus, they have the ship for her. Like, yo, queen, we got ships.
hmm
Point, what's the uncle going to do? I mean,
Yeah, but he can't do nothing at that point. He's gonna have to bow down. They're gonna get him. You're probably right. Because you know what, with the whole thing with Theon and his sister, I just thought to myself, "Wait, they were smart to leave. Though I mean, they're gonna get killed." But you're probably right, man. You're probably right. They're gonna. Yeah, yeah. That's I didn't see it that situation. They're probably going straight to join up with the queen and then come back and try and claim the Iron Islands because they don't. But the thing is, Theon, yeah, when he was getting mocked and stuff like that, it's hard for him because they know he's not a real leader because obviously when he took Westboro, he didn't keep it. He didn't keep it, and he got his men burnt and whatever. They dumped him and whatever, and he got his off and that. So he couldn't do that. So
right.
they're thinking, what kind of leader will you be anyway? And you're right. He's probably thinking that you see that how you got your sister leading. It's not men are not gonna follow no women, even though she's good, but they're not gonna. They only want a man in them places lead and stuff like that. All right, so we've done that bit
Yep.
there. So let's move on to the next bit. It was interesting. It was an interesting exchange though. like you said, Theon's embarrassed. I mean, he ain't got no, if man ain't got no balls. Fuck that. Yeah. Where you going? And I said, where? All right. So where we at? Keep it going. I should have thought this while we was talking actually. All right. This is interesting. It Daenerys and the grayscale with Jorah. What's your take on that situation? When he shows her the grayscale.
Yeah, I mean, finally shows it to her. um, I think Jorah's gonna end up like that dude from the Fantastic Four. Well, what's his name? Thing. Um,
The thing, isn't it?
eventually, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thing, thing, yeah.
He orders him to like, she's like, I command you to go find a cure and come back to me. You know, like, man, I would have asked her like, yo, so if I get a cure, right, and I come back, are you gonna give me some, or am I just gonna come back just to watch you fuck that dude?
It looks like she realized how loyal to her. I think it looked like she liked him a bit. You know, I don't know. What do you think? So
But I think she knows, in all honesty, in all seriousness, that she could trust him with her life.
that's a good
And
thing.
in that world, there's not a lot of people you could trust unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to watch your back in that world with everybody, and you could tell she trusts him more than she trusts that dude she's sleeping with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's probably the best thing. But he did betray at the time. So, but he's proved his loyalty because he keeps coming back. You know, he's that's what got him banned from his own palace. His dad got rid of him in it because of women in it. So I guess
Right.
this.
A lot of people say he betrayed her, but like, is it true that yes, he was working with Ned Stark when they were trying to get her poisoned?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. He
but
was.
he stopped it from happening. He made sure it didn't happen, though.
Yeah, because he realized she could have been. He realized the potential in her, but that was his job. If he was supposed to kill her, they said to him he would have been allowed to come back to
Right.
thing and that, but he didn't go through it. I'm glad. Probably glad he didn't. All right, moving on to Tyrion, talking about obviously they've calmed the harpies down. There's no killers, no murderers, nothing's going on down in Marine, and now they're thinking we need to put our strong on this show that our queen sorted this out. So they've hired a witch, and Varys goes in on the witch, and the witch goes in on
Right.
Varys, and Varys for the first time was speechless. You know what I mean? She really done him in. I mean, them people. Listen, I saw that because I was looking at the neck with the jewel. Hey, listen, that fire thing. They know some shit. She knew some shit. I mean, how is Varys thinking? How the fuck does she know?
But by the way, that's like she's like a higher rank than the one over there with Jon Snow. You know what I mean?
Really? Oh, see,
She's the highest ranked one, so
yeah.
she's more powerful than the Dennis.
Oh, well, yeah, I need to stop swearing, by the way. Yeah, yeah, when she came along, I thought, it's another one of these idiots, these people. She goes, yeah, we need a burning. And he goes, you need to quiet. And Tyrion goes, yeah, you need to quiet down on the burning. No, not so much, not so much. Them people, I don't know why they want to just throw people in the fire. They want to burn people up and burn down. They say, this is what they love is the fire, bro. Anyway, Tyrion says, all right, Tyrion just wants her to help out, to get the people around, to rally to say it's the queen, and that's to keep it going. Varys says, nah, you're faking it. And he challenged her. And she put Varys in his place. And that's the first time I seen Varys put in his face. Varys was shocked. But what's your take on that situation?
Yeah, Varys was shocked because, I mean, what do you do when someone tells you a story that you told nobody and they know the story, you know? What do you do? You know, and I think at that point, though, I do think that she sincerely just tried to show him, like, hey, like, she believes that Daenerys is the one that was promised, you know? Interesting, because I think it's actually Jon Snow. No, but hey, we'll see. You know.
Yeah. Interesting times, you know. 'Cause I don't like them women. I don't like that. I think they're fake, and I think Varys did the right thing to question the thing. But even Varys was took back. You know, no one's ever put Varys in his place like that. But Varys doesn't. Remember, Varys comes from the same place as what's it called? The Lannisters. The Lannisters don't believe in dragons and all them things. So Varys has the same kind of thing, and she shook him up, man. That's the first time I see Varys shook up. And it's interesting to see what happens there. Varys maybe, I don't know, Varys is wary of her. But if Varys can prove she's a fake, he will. You know, but it was Tyrion's idea to bring her in. So what, them witches, where them witches come from? What, they just appear? What they got a witch in every town like they have one in the Meisters in every town. Where they come from?
No, they have one in. There's a place called Volantis, right, which is far, far east, and this is not the first one that you've seen. Remember,
Mm,
well, I don't know if it was season one or season two.
mm,
No, season two when they went to Qarth.
mm.
Remember that one girl that told Daenerys, "You got to go east before you go west,"
Yeah.
something like
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she was part of there too. Like Volantis is like this place where they just master like witchcraft and spells and black magic and all that shit, and that's a big religion there.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Well, fair enough. That's where it is. So move on to Bran, and this guy's mischievous, and he seemed to me he disliked his mother. He never listened to his mother. When his mother said to him, "Don't climb, stop climbing," he goes, "Yes, mother," but he couldn't help himself. That's like a mischievous boy. He doesn't mean no wrong. It doesn't mean no harm about it. But he's just curious. So he touches. What's the guy in the tree's name again? I can't remember his name. The one who bloody brunch is going for him. The one with all this.
Third Eye Raven.
There you go. What's he called again? The Red Raven?
The Third Eye
Yeah, yeah,
Raven.
yeah, yeah. The Three Eye Raven. That's right. Yeah. All right. So he's there, and he touches one of the Three Eye Raven's roots, and it transports him into the ice, and he's walking through the White Walkers, and obviously they can't see him. He's walking around, seeing what's going on, and it seems obviously they're trying to tell him that the man was trying to tell him you need to leave at certain points, but he can't help himself. He stays there walking around. Then all of a sudden, one of the White Walker Kings sees him. At that point, he realizes he sees it, turns around, the whole army sees him. Then turns back again. The White Walker grabs, puts a hand on him. He wakes up because I saw them because they touch you. They're coming for you now. And this is where the rumble start. And I was thinking to myself, I didn't. You know what? I didn't think that was gonna happen. I did not think that was gonna happen. And at that point, obviously they're trying to survive, trying to wake Brand up. Hodor's asleep. Hodor wakes up. I mean, Brand kind of hears Hodor. The Freyr Raven gets killed, and then Hodor, yeah, near the end, they drag Hodor. Obviously, the women in the forest throw some bombs and stuff like that. And I honestly thought that's what I was wondering. If you created them, they made them bombs, right? So the bombs can raise them. And then and remember also they had the stick. They threw a stick at it, and one dies. But there was too many of them. There's too many of them White Walkers, and they're coming for him. They're chasing them up, and they get to this door. They get to the door. Hodor busts the door open, shuts the door back, and here we go. This was disturbing to me. It was disturbing. He holds the door back, and she goes, "Hold door." She goes, hold the door," and then hold the door, and then obviously she's watching it, and Brand's watching it. He says, "Hold the door," and he's hearing it. He has a fit. So basically, the fit was almost like a time travel. What happened into the future? Because maybe Bran saw him Hodor, or he heard something, and it messed up his brain, and now he got stuck like in time. Hold the door, hold the door, hold the door, hold the door, and that's what he was holding the door. While these bloody things are scratching him, killing him, digging him up, and that it was sad. And also, I forgot about the dog. Bran's dog got killed as well. I was like, oh man, that done me in as well. But anyway, that's my take. What's your take? The whole film.
Man,
Cool.
hard. First of all, it was crazy how like what was Bran thinking? Well, why would he walk towards the army of the dead? Like, what, like what good is going to come out of that?
Yeah.
And then the Night King sees him, touches him. At that point, I knew that after I saw the previews and stuff, I knew that that's why he's going to get to him. To like chill and not go into the, don't travel anywhere in your mind, like, is in guiding him, but he didn't listen. He got stubborn or whatever. Man, it was just interesting. I mean, he got there fast too. I mean, they got there quick. A couple of things I didn't like, but it's small critiquing. If you remember when that one girl, right, when she was talking to Hodor and then she started running towards outside, it took her, what, like 5 seconds?
Yeah. Yeah.
it took it took it took the White Walkers like 5 minutes to walk down that hall, dude. Like,
Yeah, but to be fair though, the White Walkers they went up, they came through the ceiling, so they kind of cut it halfway through. They, you know what I mean? They came through the ceiling. They landed directly in the roots, so it didn't take that long. But you're right, it didn't take her that long to get to the other end of the cave. You're right.
I'm talking about the leaders, the ones that walked through the
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, it didn't take that long, did it?
like it took them forever to get there. I'm like, man, these guys are slow. Like all you got to do is run and you're good. But um, it was a great scene though, man. Like it's like all the dead fucking dudes attacking and they man. I don't know why it's cool when they kill a White Walker and they fall apart and shit like ice. Like I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that's cool, but um, is it me or did one of those look like the same one that Jon Snow already killed?
Um. Yeah, he did look like the same.
I guess some of them look the same or something. Like I don't know.
He looked exactly the same. I mean, there was three of them. There was three of them walking there. How come one of them only came there?
I know there's a lot of them though. There's a lot of them because they've been giving them babies or they can make them for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so they've been making these White Walkers for a while. There's a White Walker and then there's the Whites. The Whites are the ones that are revived from the dead. You know?
Yeah.
Are like the leaders and shit. The ones made of ice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great scene. I think the part I wanted to get to is when they're like running out. I think what happened was Raven was killed.
Yeah.
Bran, why did he insist in staying there? Like, what? You know, he told him, "Go, listen to your friend, Bran. Go." And he just sticks around, dude. And I think
I thought it was weird as well because he said you need to go right now. And all of a sudden they're sleeping. What are you sleeping for? Why they I don't even know what happened there. That's confusing. He said you need to go.
and it's not even like Bran, wake up, breakfast is ready. No, it's Bran, wake up, we're about to die. Like it's just like But I think what happened was, when the three-eyed raven was killed. This is my theory. Someone had to take up that spot, and it hit Hodor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one that basically Bran took over his body so he could start moving the sled or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when it started, man. Like I think that kind of stuck him. But I find it interesting how he was calling himself Hodor since season 1, right?
Yeah.
And this happened, so now we know why he calls himself Hodor.
Yeah.
It's like hold the door.
Hold the door. Yeah.
But like now I'm starting to think, what other powers does Bran have that we've already seen on the show? Like, you know what I'm starting to think? I wonder if Jon Snow coming back to life maybe it wasn't the Red Woman. Maybe it's something that Bran's going to do in the future that causes him to come back to life.
Possibly.
I don't know, I'm just thinking.
Oh, well, it could possibly. You can go out there. You can go out there and go all around with that one. That could be the case. You could bring Jon Snow back. But you kind of think because the Red Witch was there, and then the Ability. I think they kind of did that. But that's a possibility. He might be able to bring White. Well, I don't know if Hodor's fully dead, but the way that music was going on, I think Hodor hit a bad end.
Hodor's done, bro. I mean,
yeah, they stabbed it there. They was eating for him and all kind of thing. He was just there holding him.
And here's my thing, though. Like, she wasn't that far.
Go ahead.
Like, she was maybe like, yeah, she's pulling the sled and stuff, but she's not that far away.
No, I was just thinking, where's she going? Where you going in that cold and stuff like that? They're gonna find you. That's what they do. They're White Wall. They don't business. They'll run through the bloody snow. So they ain't gonna be going too far. You know what I'm saying? I just think
those just move fast too.
Huh?
They move like fast too.
They do. The whole situation in that one was that's what I call it disturbing. It was disturbing because everyone was, because I was listening to other podcasts and the other small castle, and they were talking about Hodor. He actually took, in his word, he took Hodor, and people were trying to translate about what's he mean by Hodor. That now what you mean hold the door? hold the door and he got stuck in it. Like, but I think I'm still trying to work out that Bran was doing his vision. Bran went back to see Holder when he was young. And then that girl was shouting at Bran. And then something happened to Bran, and it was like it transferred to Holder when he was a young kid to happen into the future, almost like time travel. So it's like that situation happened like what's called it? Groundhog Day. This ground, you know what I'm saying? Like he Holder's mission in life was there to hold the door. And he started to think,
Yeah.
I think everything in George R. R. Martin's world has a place and a purpose for something and for something to lead to something. And they start to think this guy's proper smart, man. I mean, from season one, hold door, we just thought he's just hold door and nothing. But he hold the door, that's messed up, bro. I mean, he had a name and everything. You know, it's deep, man. It's really, it was disturbing. And the thing is, the way he died as well, and because his name was Hold the Door, don't be wrong. You got anything else to say about Adam on that? I actually missed out the Jon Snow bit, but we're gonna come back to that.
Sure. You know what, though? I'll just say this, and I've kind of read on this, and I think the theory is Bran Stark is actually very powerful, probably the most powerful human as far as what he could do with his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the Three-Eyed Raven knew that. Like he wanted to take his time with him so he could learn how to use his power. Because man, if you have the power to get in someone's mind in the past, I mean, that's some serious power, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's his father turned around because he heard his voice.
Yeah, yeah. He can transfer into the future and the past, or the past.
And remember how the Three-Eyed Raven was just Ned Stark turning around, scared the shit out of Three-Eyed Raven. Like he immediately sent him back. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's what,
A little thing like that could make a difference in the future.
yeah, where he can affect the past. But this is what I'm saying. He because he went back in the past, and he can affect what's happening into the future. And in that case, then he can change alter the situation with his dad getting killed. You see what I'm saying now? Because he's thinking he likes it back in the past. So if he can go back in the past, that means he can alter what's happening to the future, kind of in effect. You know what I mean? He could just change the whole thing. You know, none of this shit ever happened. Dad doesn't need to be killed. The family doesn't need to be killed. I mean, he can change a lot of things. Obviously, it seems like he affected something years before because he affected something in the past which happened in the present with Hodor. Hold the door, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people will be talking about the whole thing, Hodor dying. It was a real big and emotional thing for Hodor to go. I was upset about the dog as well. They just asked that. What dog is that called? Which one is that? What dog is Bran's dog? What was he called? Do you know what it was called?
I think that was wow. I forgot the name.
I can't remember. I didn't know why was he white though. I thought Jon Snow's dog was white. That guy's dog was white as well.
I agree. Yeah, I know. I think they messed up, to be honest.
All of them were dark, innit? They were all black, innit? I think when they all took out what?
I think is the name.
Yeah, now Missy was the one who died.
The name.
Aya's dog. That was Aya's dog, but yeah, I thought Jon Snow was the only one that had a white direwolf, but it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, it was sad to. What's that? Oh, you break
Was
you break hey these stars you're breaking up, you know. You might have to just sign in and come back in. You break it up. You see D stars still there. Breaking up, fight. Yeah, D stars, you're breaking up. Yeah, sign in and sign back out.
What about now?
Oh, there you go. It's much better. There you go.
All right. So basically,
Go ahead.
oh, there we go.
Go ahead.
I think I don't know. I just think that there's like an omen or something. Like I think we all forgot because it happened in season 1. But you remember when they found the dire wolves, and even Ned Stark was like, "Man, these wolves aren't like they don't belong on this side of the wall." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like who put them here? You know what I mean? I wonder if there's an omen there. Like I wonder if like when the last wolf dies, if something's gonna happen. You know?
Yeah. No, man.
I've always wondered that.
I mean, that's interesting, man. To see all the dog. When you see the dogs die, usually the owners die shortly after. I've never known anyone do the dogs and the thing. Who's this in the chat? We got I love street photography. Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, it's my friend Summer. So winter is John's dog. Oh, okay. Winter is John's dog. Thanks. I love street photography, and Summer is the dog that died. Oh, there you go.
Okay, I
In the
got you.
chat, boy. Thanks very much, Summer, man.
Is Jon Snow's the only wolf left?
Is Jon Snow the only wolf left? Yeah,
Ghost is he the only
yeah,
one?
yeah. Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Some like I don't know, like something there with that. Like out of all the, you remember like all the Stark kids got one, and Jon Snow wasn't going to get one. Then he just found them in the end.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, they
yeah,
just kind of found Ghost in the last minute, and Ghost is still the only one alive.
yeah. Oh, what's she saying now? There's like three or four left. Oh, she's saying there's three or four left. There's three. Oh, there's
And who are
three or
those?
four.
Who's
Really?
this though?
Someone. She's saying there's three or four left. Should bring her. I should bring her into. I should bring her in. Someone should bring her into the thing. Bring her to the hangout, man. Oh yeah, Ghost. She's oh yeah, Ghost. There's only one dog left or someone like. Not someone calling someone. I love.
Oh, I remember Iris sent hers to go so they don't kill her. So I don't know what happened to that
Yeah, he
direwolf.
sent her dog away, didn't he? Yeah,
Hmm?
she sent her one day. Lady was Sansa's dog. He died. Then obviously, and
Yeah.
then was that boy the one the Boltons got? He's that dog died. That dog died as well. That's messed up as well.
Well, allegedly, we don't know that's a
That's a
wolf.
wolf, man. They are.
Yeah, that's a wolf, but not a direwolf. That had a small head, man.
She said that they're building a wolf. They are building a wolf army in the books. Is it? I don't know. Is it? Oh, all right. In the books, man. The books they've changed a lot, ain't it? Dominated all
Yeah.
the normal wolves. Okay, we have to see. We have to see why that. I don't know. The books are good. Hey, you read the books, D-Star. You read the books as well, right? Yeah, have you read the books?
Well, I've only read a Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
um, and a Clash of Kings. That's it. That's all I've read.
Oh, cool,
Like
cool.
Feast for Crows, I never read it. Um,
Yeah.
so
All right, cool. All right, let's move on. So Sansa, she's there. Obviously, she met with Littlefinger's earlier on, and when she met with Littlefinger earlier on, obviously she got rid of Finger. She told him obviously what happened, and she was pissed, whatever. And then obviously they're having a small meeting, a small council meeting, so to speak, with Davos and Torrhen and Brienne and the other guy, Jon Snow's friend, the second in command. And so they're trying to work out strategies how to get army and stuff like that. And then she comes up with the idea that obviously go to her uncle, he's starting an army down there. And then she thinks, oh, and he's like, and they think, how do you hear that? How do you hear about that? And she goes, oh yeah, I heard of one of the ravens, whatever. Also, she's telling Brienne needs to go down there to actually think. I don't think to me. I think Sansa working on emotions. She's not a very tactical leader. I think she should rely on her brother and Davos because she was like, oh, the North. She was like the North. We always back each other. She was, well, the North back you long as we win it. I know men. It's like any men. I won't go to war unless I'm gonna win because you could die in this. Why are we gonna go somewhere you're gonna die? They're not gonna just back you for the sake of backing you. It's about who's got the most power and then they're back. So Davos puts her straight about that, and then obviously she's thinking like going to the uncle, they ask for information. Bran goes to her, why didn't you tell your Jon Snow? It makes it look bad, and obviously goes, oh, you're not a real Stark. Obviously, you're the bastard Jon Snow, and he was just there looking at her. And then Sansa, out of her guilt, in my opinion, out of guilt, she made him that jacket that what her dad was making. She had a robe. She gives Jon Snow. She
right.
made him feel a bit better in her mind because she feels like John. She used to treat him bad anyway. So that's the situation. What's your take on that situation?
She's already starting off the wrong foot, like lying to John. You know,
But
because
why
she's
did
like,
she
"Oh
lie?
yeah, my uncle, the Blackfish. He's created
But
an army." And then
why did she lie to him though? Do you know why? Why do you think she lied to him?
I think she just didn't want him to know that she was meeting up with Littlefinger without him knowing.
Okay.
It just becomes a snowball effect. One lie, you got to tell another lie to make up for the lie, and before you know it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be it's going to somehow play a role here, the lying. But what it could also be, remember when she was like too honest? Littlefinger and King's Landing told her, "We're all liars here."
Mm-hmm.
Gotta lie a little bit to survive in his world. So I don't know. That's just a way of showing that she's starting to adapt to the circumstances. You know, like it's okay to lie if there's just no need to tell the truth. Because in all honesty, they don't need to know that she saw Littlefinger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To know that all that matters is that they know about the Blackfish and that he's overtaken River Run again, which is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Brienne, I mean, Torin is like ready to just rip her clothes off, dude. Um, and people don't know this, by the way. North of the Wall, like women like that are like the most sought out after. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, like the tough, badass women. Yeah, that's what they like over there in the North.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like none of that feminine, normal guys do. They don't like feminine women like they do in the kingdoms. You know?
Yeah.
Like a girl like Sansa, like they're just not into a girl like that, you know.
Yeah. It's too soft.
Listen, though, I mean they're already planning stuff. I predict that the Boltons are going to show up and kill the Night's Watch guys.
Yeah, that could happen. It'd be hard for them to get into. It'd be hard for them to get into. Yeah, that could happen. But the thing is, yeah.
I mean, the Wildlings got through, you know.
Yeah, but the thing, you could be because they're weak at the minute. They're weak at the minute. They're not exactly strong. They've killed quite a few of them there. That's a possibility. Good possibility, though.
Because I mean, they're not gonna. It's just a couple dozen of them left. I mean, really.
Yeah.
So I think the Boltons are gonna show up and kill them. I think it's gonna be some drama. Like I think Jon Snow's gonna find out that they killed his friend and stuff like that. I just don't know where they're gonna go next. I'm trying to figure out because they're gonna start like kind of. They have a starting point, man. I mean, Jon Snow has an army of 2,000 just to start with right now.
Yeah.
They could fight.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They could fight and they have nothing to lose. These wildlings.
Yeah.
And
he's got a giant, so.
And he has a fucking giant. That's true. So gain a couple houses, to get behind him, and if the what's his name, the Blackfish can help him out, I think the end of the Boltons' runs it's coming to an end, you know. And if you think about it, Ramsay doesn't have anybody, dude. I mean, who's?
This is a couple of houses in the north, but that's still more than what John. That's the thing is that this is the.
It's like they're better off just killing Ramsay and just taking over for themselves.
Yeah, they are, but this is the thing.
They don't need Ramsay.
Yeah, that's true. But listen to this: all Ramsay got to do is cut John out from getting down to River Run or whatever. That's all he got to do. Cut them off. He's got the big army. All he's got to do is stop them from trying to get allegiance. That's what he's trying to do. Because like you said, he might just come to come up to the Castle Black and where's Jon Snow, get in there and do his madness or whatever. But all he's got to do is catch them halfway. And even if he catches them,
but
he's still got
here's the
giant
thing.
and stuff like that. Go on.
Ramsay has no clue who the Blackfish is. He doesn't even know. His dad knew. You know, his father did. But
tell me about Blackfish. Is he a dangerous man? What can he find? Oh yeah, that's the uncle. That's the uncle disappeared at the red wedding.
Yeah. Do you remember before the red wedding?
Yeah.
When he was telling that guy, "I'm gonna compel you with my fist" or something like that.
That's our uncle, isn't it? Yeah, that's our
yeah.
Uncle.
Yeah. And he actually he did it. He wasn't in the red wedding, and when he disappeared, Frey overlooked him. You know, and Roose Bolton was like, "That's a dangerous guy that escaped," and Frey was like, no big deal, you know. He's just one man.
Who was
and Roose knew it. Like,
yeah, go on. Sorry, go ahead.
He knew this guy getting away was a big deal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he regained the forces and retook River Run, which is a big deal. You know?
That's the question I was going to ask. Who took over River Run?
Okay, the Blackfish.
No, but who? Yeah, Blackfish took over.
Okay, the Freys had started taking over.
Oh, okay. So the phrase and the Boltons were kind of running the. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then now look at the situation Ramsey's in.
Killed the
He
wife.
kills
Yeah,
the daughter of Walter Frey.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, like you know how everybody doesn't believe him that his dad died out of poisoning.
Yeah, yeah,
Like everybody knows he killed his dad.
yeah,
They know he killed Waldo, whatever his name was.
yeah.
It's he's already lost the fray, the phrase and stuff. This guy, they're setting him up, man. They're, he's gonna end up getting murdered or something.
Yeah. Do you think Sansa missed? See Sansa and her emotion. She's so pissed with Littlefinger that she overlooked the army because the army could have been helping, bro. That army could have been nice, bro. You know what I mean? That army could have.
I
That
mean,
army could have been. That army can fight because they could have that army with little fingers. Obviously, they got the wildlings. Now you see my other things, bro. They're taking over back. There's no way Ramsay could deal with that. That's too much. But she's because of her emotion with the situation. But I don't trust Littlefinger at all. So it's not. I don't blame her. But in the same way, because the thing is, she's working out of emotion, and in my opinion, Davos is more level-headed. So if she came to the table, right, and told them what I met with this little finger, he's offering us this thing, but I don't trust him. You know what I mean? He's the one who sent me to the Boltons. Would you think the table would, if that was put on the table? That's what I'm saying. Would you think what would have been? What do you think would have been said if that was laid out on the table? If Sansa laid,
well, because I think that the first thing is Jon Snow would have been like, okay, Jon Snow doesn't know who Littlefinger is, so he would have been, who the hell is this guy?
okay,
You know?
yeah,
And he would have been wondering, like, why did he want to meet with you, but he didn't contact us? You know?
that's true.
So he would have found, like, Jon Snow would have found that fishy.
hmm hmm
So Davos would have wondered the same thing. Like, well, why are you contacting him? I mean, her, not us. You
Yeah,
know? And why in secret and stuff? You know, because that's what Littlefinger does. You know, but I'm wondering, like, is Sansa light to Jon Snow, man? Like, I just don't get it.
I,
You know, I
I
just
think you know what it is. I think she secretly loves thingy, and she wanted to tell him, and like almost like a relationship that you're no longer that dude. Remember, he kissed her and she was on it, bruv. She was what's the word, smitten by a little finger, and she met him.
right.
She just wanted to keep that to herself, that because I think she was secretly, he seduced her, and he also now she felt betrayed, and now she's stronger. She showed I don't need him, so that's what she said. I don't care what he's bringing. We don't need Littlefinger, and she's showing him that you know what, I could have killed you for what you did. Because the thing is, the really is, isn't it? She could have died. I mean, look, let's put it. This is what I lay. Let's lay
Yep.
it down. Him putting her to the Boltons, right? It's this what taking her from one bad thing into another. He knew that guy was part of killing her family. Like he killed her family. She didn't know, but he knew. And you're putting her and you're putting her in there. Why would you put her in there? Like that's fuck. And she's like, what the fuck were you doing? You know? And then on top of that, you run Brienne. You ran Brienne when she was sent here by her mom to protect me, and and she feels safe with Brienne, right? And her brother, he could have took her
Right.
anywhere. He could have took the Castle Black where her brother was. He could have took her anywhere. He took her, threw her right in the Dragon's Den. And the reason why she got out of this situation is not because Littlefingers, no, it's because of Theon. Theon or Reek, whatever, finally found some sort of balls or where he was left it and helped out. So this is what I'm saying. If she didn't have them situations where she could get out of it, she would have been fucked up. And that's what she was telling him. Do you know what I went through? Do you know I still feel it? What you did, what you put me in. You put me in that situation. And you're coming to me now to say, yeah, I didn't know. So you didn't know that this person killed my dad. He did. So I think she did the right
No,
thing.
no, but the thing is, like, she already knew that when he told her, like, to go, go to the Boltons.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I mean?
yeah, but how can you? Yeah, but she don't. Yeah, but she's. Remember. This is we're just debating it. Yeah, her state of mind. She's been shook up, terrorized by what's his name again? Wow, what's that guy? The Lannister guy who died, the prince. Oh, everyone can't stand him. What's the boy's name?
Joffrey, yeah.
Joffrey. Yeah, that's right, Joffrey. She was terrorized by Joffrey for months. Terrorized. So she's not in a strength. She's not in a strong position. Then she went to the Vale, and her auntie wanted to throw her through the moon roof. You know what I'm saying? So she's not insane. She's right now. She's lost. She's a lost puppy. She don't know what's going on. So I just think she finally found some sort of strength into realizing that I'm with these people, and this guy is no good, and I'm gonna cut him now. But I don't need to involve everyone. I don't care what he's bringing. I don't care what he's offering. We'll get it all back somehow, some way. We will, right? So she's found some strength. But if she was to align herself with this guy, bro, I tell you, he helped kill her father. I know, like he didn't kill her mom, but indirectly, like that Bolton guy killed her mom. He was a part of it, and he sent her down there. No, 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 no. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that, these stars. He's lucky. He's lucky that Brienne didn't cut him in two.
I mean, obviously, Littlefinger. I mean, here's the reality, right?
Yeah,
I don't think he meant her harm, but she's just a pawn in his game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah,
Like Littlefinger's playing chess, and that's just a pawn. It's just a piece
yeah,
that he
yeah.
used to maneuver shit around. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like the guy from the
He
Velvet.
single-handedly, Littlefinger has single-handedly, and people don't even realize this, caused chaos in the entire kingdom. You know?
Yes. He caused a lot of things. He caused a lot of death. And the thing is, he manipulates, like he was manipulating the king from the Vale when he brought the hawk, and he was just gonna get his. Imagine that little stupid little shit was gonna get his military general. He was gonna get him killed. He's friggin' nuts. See, little thing where
Right.
you friggin' nuts. You can't kill him. You know, you can't. If you kill him with friggin', what we gonna do? There's no leadership. You bloody nutter. So my thing is, he trying to manipulate. But listen to this. You know, he said Blackfire. He's down there. Do you think Littlefinger might have been lying? He might be lying to Sansa
Yeah.
about that, right? And just to get her killed, and then he informs the Boltons that they're going down there. They're going down there to shoot that, and then the Boltons can cut them off. That's what Littlefinger's a shitbag. That's what I think you should have told him. That could happen, right?
Well, definitely. I mean, just working. He's just playing a game of chess, man. And I don't even know exactly what he wants exactly, but it's definitely power. You know, I don't know if he wants to be the king of the Iron Throne or what, but you know, he's um, just one couple steps away from being the leader of one of the seven kingdoms. You know, so
Yeah, but or he just wants to align himself with the power. And the thing of is, if you can't be powerful, then align yourself with a powerful ally, and then at least you're in a situation where you're protected. Because like the Theons and the Theon, they like Theon from Thingy, they go join to Daenerys early, give them the fleet. They're in good position, like you said. That's a very good chess move right there. And with Littlefinger, he's in the Vale. He's always going to be safe because he's in the Vale. And he knows how to manipulate that little dickhead boy, like he manipulated the mom. But he ain't manipulating Sansa, boy. Sansa's not having it. But I guess in a way he is, because all he has to do, like I said, is send a raven to Ramsay and say, yeah, that they're moving down to Black River to team up with him. Or you could cut them off early, which is probably what happened in my opinion, because
you know,
yeah, go on.
I just thought about this. And she told John, right,
Yeah,
that she found out about the Blackfish
yeah,
regaining forces. She said she saw that from a raven in Winterfell that Ramsay received.
yeah.
Well, that's not true, right?
No,
Information from Littlefinger.
that's right.
So, in all honesty, I have to question how true this Blackfish
That's what I'm saying.
is.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to you. This is what I'm saying to you. So this is what I'm saying, and
But
that's
not
why.
only that, though, it's even if it's true, though, the only goal was for Sansa to say that to John. That was his only goal. You know, and if you noticed, he put doubt in her mind when he said, yeah, that's your brother's army. Well, half brother.
Exactly. So we were saying that out of spite, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah, he's that's what I'm trying to say, because I think he's going to inform the Boltons and they're going to cut him halfway so they can wipe them all out. I mean, That's what I said because the reason why he came to her because he realized she has power, right? She still has power in the north. That's why he tried to be a assistant. But like I said to you, he didn't assist her in getting her out of her position. When Ramsey was beating the shit out of her and all that, he never helped nothing. Left her to it. Just got his shit, went back to the Vale, wherever he was going to solidify his thing. And then there was on his get my army in to come back. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, you left her to get, but he didn't give a shit about her, man. So that's the way I see it. You know, the only person he ever loved was her mum, and she does look like her mum. But if he loved her mum like he loved her, he would have never left her in anyone's hands like that.
Plus, Littlefinger has no love for the Starks, man. I mean,
No,
like you said, he loved the Tully girl, Caitlin,
yeah, yeah,
Catelyn or whatever.
yeah.
But not only that, like Ned's older brother beat the living shit out of him when he was a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, he nearly killed him. He nearly
So,
killed him. Exactly. Ned's older brother, and you know what I'm saying? And he helped get Ned killed. So that's what I'm saying. And look, and again, he sent her down there. So when he said that, I reckon he's setting him up. But Littlefinger's, his day is numbered, I'll tell you that. But,
so that's where Sansa fucked up. She should have said, "Look, I don't know if this is true or not. This is something Littlefinger said." I'm
yeah,
surprised Brienne didn't say that to her. Like, are you just gonna believe Littlefinger?
nah, this is the thing, yeah. Brienne is a military person, and all they care about is protecting. They're not there to think. They're not there to think.
Yeah, because even she didn't catch it. Like, well, why did he say half brother? Or is he trying to get in her head? Like, she didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Stand with Sansa, not telling her brother has left them in a precarious situation. Because I was thinking, okay, he's offering the army. This is what I'm saying. She acted on emotion. At least bring it to the council because Davos is level-headed. He would have said, "What's he saying? Well, he did this, he did that to me. Well, what has he got? He's offering. He said he's going to offer an army. He's got an army. Is that what he's offering? Well, we could do all the other shit later. Well, he's got an army. Is he loyal to you? Yeah, well, he says he is. Well, let's use that army. Let's conquer Ramsey, and then after that, we'll deal with him after. That's what they should have done, innit? That's what I think. That's what I think Davos would have probably said. You know what I mean?
By the way, think of all the baggage already that John has here. His sister already lied to him about the River Run thing, right? To start off, right off the bat.
Yeah.
He calling army, but I'm sure what's his name will help him with that. And then it's the Red Woman and Davos because they were with Stannis,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then Brienne can't let go of a grudge. You know, she already executed Stannis, and she still can't let you go.
Nah, yeah, she's still pissed off that they used that magic to kill bloody Finn because she loves Finny so badly. What's his name, Renly, innit? She loved Renly so badly. Every time she sees the red, and the thing is, hey, listen, they can't. I don't blame her. But Davos is cool. Davos is okay, but the Red Witch.
And in her mind, hey, Davos was part of that crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in her mind, like, oh look, they're already looking for a new leader and like stuff like that. So that's a lot of drama to carry, man.
Yeah, it is. So, but listen, this is what I'm trying to say about her. She the way she was saying, oh, the North are loyal. When I go down there, they're gonna be support. My mom's always said this. The mom said this. I mean, Davos is like more level-headed. They don't care how much loyalty they are. They don't want to die. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. Davos is just one of them guys. Yeah, he just, you know what I mean. He's a bit down. Down to earth.
Davos, one that convinced the Iron Bank to give Stannis all that money.
Exactly.
All that gold.
Yeah, exactly.
John he's carrying that load with him too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like Davos as a leader. I like Davos as a military leader, and he'll put you he'll give you the advice of what you need to do at the right time, and then it's up to you if you want to take the advice. It's up to them; they will take the advice. But Sansa, she's not a military thing. She's passionate. She wants it back. But in the same way, there's ways of doing it. You need a force, man. You know what I mean? But I'm just interested to see where that situation goes. But I reckon the Bolton's going to cut them off. I think, like I said to you, I pointed out that I think Littlefinger's setting her up again to get messed up with the Boltons.
I don't even like the fact that she's sending Brienne away.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to wonder, did Littlefinger know she was going to do that?
Well,
that's
a good point. They could be listen. Listen, watch this. How about this, right? So let's assume, so this is a good point. Let's assume that Littlefinger was lying entirely about Black thing. We're getting it back. What if they get down there and all this is the Frey army and the Boltons? Well, actually, Brienne's going there by herself. What if Brienne gets down there and she sees that he's not down there at all? Blackfire's not even down there. Blackfish's not down there at all. All she sees is the Freys. She's fucked.
Right.
Right? And then there's no army there, so there's no help down there. You're going down there to get help, and there's no reinforcements down there first. First and foremost, I don't know if I think they're going to Blackfish straight away. Or actually, she said the Blackfish, and they're going to try and rally the other houses around there. But Brienne could be set up. I mean, they should have sent a Raven. You're right. She said, I don't think she's making smart moves. And you're right. I don't think it's a good idea of telling Brienne to leave you. I mean, why would you leave, like, the king? If you got the king and queen, what do you call it? What's Jon Slayer? What do you call him? What was he working? What was he? He was the king's guard, isn't it? If she's supposed to,
yeah.
If you're supposed to be the queen and stuff like that, and you've got a guard like that, bro, my protector, I'm not leaving. It's the last thing you ever do. Isn't that the reason why the you know, remember the oh god, remember the king, and he had them knights, and they were protecting what's his name again? Eddard. Remember Eddard's sister? She was protected by them two knights.
Right. Yeah.
And and then he goes, "Why weren't you with your king?" Right? And he goes, "We were sent here." And that's the same bullshit, isn't it? That's the same bullshit. If them two was with the king, maybe the king wouldn't have died, because that guy looked like he was pretty good with the swords.
Right. And that guy looked like he would have killed the mountain or something. You know?
Yeah, man, exactly. Why would you send your best fighter to protect the queen when he should have been with you, and you would have probably had a better chance of surviving than that? So again, it's not a good move to send one of your best fighters away by themselves to go and rally. I mean, I just don't like it. You're right, I don't like that move, but it's interesting. I'm really upset about Hodor dying, and I wonder where that woman's dragging her in the snow, because there's nowhere to go. And then they haven't got no food. So I don't know what the heck's going to happen there. What do you think in that?
By the way, Hodor's going to turn into a freaking white, man.
Oh.
It's going to be a big-ass fucking
maybe,
dead soldier.
Maybe Bran can change all the White Walkers back to normal. He can change them against the White Walkers, isn't it? Maybe he can get...
Well, I mean, not because they're dead. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how that works, to be honest. But
all right, it's cool. Let's get into it quick. So, would you rate this season? Would you rate this series today? This episode.
I'll give it a.
What's that? 8. That's pretty high. Well, that's pretty high. I think that's your highest so far.
You know what? I enjoyed it, man, from beginning to end. It wasn't a perfect show, but I enjoyed it, man. Episode 6 going to be something, man. So much. I mean, the previews. I'm pumped up to see what happens with next episode with King's Landing. I mean, I can't wait for that, man. Like, it's like they're finally going to stand up to those dudes, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Addict.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's what. Look, I already told you about. I can't stand the High Sparrow and the Faith Millet. I can't stand them. I love the street photography as he's speaking. Or speaking of the Iron Bank, do they have an army? That's a good point. I don't know if they have an army. What do you think? Do they have an army? Because they said their army. They had sellswords, actually. That's what they have in it. They have sellswords in it.
What sellswords?
The army, the bank. She goes. Speaking of the Iron Bank, do they have an army?
No, the Iron Bank doesn't have an army. They're a bank. They're the richest bank in the world. But they have all the gold and stuff, you know. And they're in Bravos, and Bravos is it's literally impossible to invade.
But
a lot of people borrow money from them. So all of Westeros is literally indebted to Bravos, man.
Hey, I love street photography. Said they should be sending some gold collectors out about now. It's hilarious. Davos have to pay the fine, isn't it? They should. Davos might have to pay that fine, you know, because they'll be coming off the Davos to collect. You know, you know what I mean? Because there's no one else. Stannis is gone. Obviously, Stannis is dead, so they might be coming. Also, It's got they could be set. They could be set. They could have sent a night to watch. They could, yeah, maybe or maybe the lady in red can re what's it resurrect a white walker.
And by the way, we got two red priestesses, right?
Yeah,
Each believe one is the one that was promised, right? One thinks it's Jon Snow, the other one thinks it's Daenerys. You know, it's and they're in the same religion. Like it's crazy.
that is crazy. When I see them coming, they're full of shit. That's what I say. I see them, and what Varys was doing was the right thing, but boy, they do know a bit of it. They do know a bit of magic, but I wouldn't get too far. They're too radical for me. I mean, to be honest with you, them and their faith militant, they're too much, man. They're too much. They're too much. I can't take none of them. They're all messed up. Even the thing, the gods of many faces, like, they're not that bad, but I can't take the witch and because what she wants to do is burn people. That's what she wants to do, is burn people and big bonfires and stuff like that. That's Stannis bloody nuts. Anyway, you've done your rating. Predictions for next week.
I think shit's gonna go. I think there's gonna be a riot in the streets of King's Landing, man. I think the city's gonna burn to the ground.
Yeah. With Jamie.
You know, I think they're gonna save the queen. I think they're gonna save her and all.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be retreating, man. And they're just. I think the city's gonna burn to the ground. I know that's like a big prediction, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, man, that's a good point, man. I'll give it a rating. I agree with you. The episode was really good. I'll give it a 9. And my prediction for next week is that they're gonna kill off the what's it called, the Tyrrells. I think they're gonna get killed. I think Jamie, because about the army, they bring the army in, the Lannister army, then they're gonna tell the Lannister army to retreat, and then they're gonna let the Tyrrell army fight with the faith militant, and they're gonna kill each other, this, that, the other. And when they finish killing each other, the Lannister army is gonna kill the Tyrrells and wipe them out, and yeah.
Why would the Lannisters kill the Tyrrells though? That's such a dumb mistake.
Because
Ally.
What they
If you're the Lannisters, you already lost the Boltons. You know, you already lost down south. What are they called? The Sand Snakes.
Yeah, the Sand Snakes. Yeah.
But Dorne, you already lost Dorne. I mean, the Iron Islands is doing their own thing. I mean, River Run's doing its own thing. Is doing their own. Like it's King's Landing has no King Tommen has no power, man. None. No power over anything.
Nope.
You know, and if the Tyrrells that's all they have, man. But it could be I could totally see Cersei doing something that's stupid though.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, King Tormund, he should have married Sansa. They'd have been perfect.
Yeah.
They would have been perfect. They're so come on. Yeah, I mean they're perfect for each other. But you're right. Well, in the chat, which got I love Street Photography. Actually, I bet the High Sparrow is one step ahead of them, and no one gets saved. Maybe, and they're gonna spend the next episode planning how to deal with the High Sparrow. I think they're gonna stand up to him. Yeah, maybe they need to freaking cut off his head and straight and get over and done with. All they need to do is send the mountain in there, whatever his name, John Strongbow, or whatever his name. Let's let him bash them up, man. All right, mate. Well, it was a good episode. Hey, we finally got it. How many hours later? Next week, same time. Me and D-Stars will be doing it. Thanks for coming over. Make sure you subscribe to D-Stars Boxing. I'm EJ Boxing. We'll catch you on the next one next week. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.